Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today, and if you're a fan of all things FIFA Career Mode, it really is a no-brainer to hit that subscribe button. So welcome to today's video, and it's the first of a two-part series where we follow a promising youth academy prodigy to one of the best players in the world. And the player we'll be taking this journey with is Predrag Vinsky. He's 15 years of age from Croatia. He's a central attacking midfielder. I'm using Tottenham Hotspur. His overall start rating is 64. His potential range is 79 to 94. He's got very raw attributes, as you would expect from someone who's only 15 years of age. So it's time to crack on with his training. I'm using all 5 training slots for Vinsky and using all gold hard drills. The drills we're using are race against the clock, adept attacking scenarios, adept defending scenarios, time lofted through pass, and direct free kick novice. I've not got the skill or the time to play any of the drills myself, so I simulate all every single time, and there we can see he's grown by +1 already. Overall is now 65. I'm not going to bore you with every training session. What I'll do is we'll skip through and look at the monthly squad report. So the first one is from the 1st of September. We've already seen he's up to 65 overall. His potential range has narrowed to 85 to 94, and his value is up to 1 million. And using the same training drills every week, we move forward now to the 1st of October. His overall has now increased to 67. His potential range has narrowed some more to 86 to 94, and his value is now up to 1.5 million. Still only 15 years of age, so therefore unable to promote him through to the senior squad. Moving forward a little bit further to November, Vinsky has already grown by +6 up to 69, and we're about to reach our first landmark of turning 70 overall, and we're still only in November of season number 1. Skipping forward a little bit further now to the new year, the first squad report we'll look at is from February, and Vinsky is now 73 overall, a value of 7.5 million. That potential range is narrowed even further to 91 to 94, meaning he will definitely achieve a potential to be special, and he's still only 15 years of age, so again, still unable to promote him through to the senior team. On to the next squad report in March. He's grown an extra +1 with an overall now of 74. His value is up to 10 million. That potential range is narrowed from 91 to 94, meaning he will definitely achieve a player who has potential to be special, and he's still only 15 years of age. Moving on to April's squad report, you can see there he's now 16 years of age, so we can promote him through to the senior squad. He's got an overall of 76, a value of £13.5 million. That potential range did indicate he had potential to be special, and there we can see that's been confirmed in his status. He can play central attacking midfield, central midfield or centre forward. He's got 5-star skill moves and a 2-star weak foot, not too bad for a youth academy player. So we're right at the end of season number 1. You can see there we've actually won the league, even though I simmed every single game. We've replaced one of the training drills with keep up the pace. This is to help increase his stamina and sprint speed, which are notoriously very hard to train in FIFA 19. So by simulating all, we're up to 78 overall. That's a massive +15 growth since the start of this season. So we fast forward now to November of season number 2, and the training drills we're using are keep up the pace, adept attacking scenarios, timed lofted through pass, adept defending scenarios, and direct free kick novice. And we're now up to 82 overall, and we're still only early on in season number 2. So skipping forward a little bit further to February, and we can see there he's grown by +5 and now has an overall of 83. He's got value of £34.5 million. Using the same training drills as previously and simulating all, he's now grown an extra +1 and has an overall of 84. Approaching the end of season number 2 in April, you can see there he's grown by +7 with an overall now of 85 and a value of £45.5 million. At this point I reverted back to the original training preset of race against the clock, adept attacking scenarios, adept defending scenarios, timed lofted through pass, and direct free kick novice, and grew by an extra +1 and now has an overall of 86. So we're now right at the end of season number 2, and even though I've simmed nearly every game, only playing a few to get a feel of how Vinsky was improving in game, Spurs have managed to win the league and the Champions League. Using the same training drills as before, Vinsky has now grown an extra +1 and has an overall of 87. So now it's time to check Vinsky's attributes at the end of season number 2. He's still only 17 years of age, so he still has that potential status of potential to be special. He's grown by +9 this season and now has an overall of 87. He's featured in quite a few games this season with 28 appearances, 2 goals, 1 in the Champions League and 1 in the Premier League. Just a reminder, his skill moves are 5-star and his weak foot is 2-star. He's had some good growth in some of his mental and physical attributes, but his jumping, strength and aggression are still very low, and sadly we can't train jumping or aggression. We can though try and improve on that strength. Heading accuracy is also quite low, as are penalties, so again we'll look to strengthen those next season. His value has increased up to £53.5 million, and he really is an excellent player. And that quality is not going to notice by some of the top European clubs. Right at the start of season number 3, Juventus made a transfer offer of just over £70 million to bring Vinsky to Turin. Obviously he's the main man in this career mode, so that offer was firmly rejected. Will rejoin his training schedule in September of season number 3, and he's already grown an extra +1 and now has an overall of 88. We have introduced 2 new training drills to help improve attributes that were quite low at the end of season number 2. The 2 new drills are one-on-one shifting gates to improve strength and first touch volley to increase heading accuracy. We've also got in there adept defending scenarios, pass to the mini net and direct free kick novice. Simulating all, he's grown an extra +1, now has an overall of 89. And I'm sure you veteran FIFA career mode players will know that when your player achieves a 90 overall, his potential status is replaced by one of the world's best, and we're about to achieve that milestone, and we're still only in November of season number 3. So using the same training drills as previously, that elusive 90 overall has been reached, making Vinsky now one of the world's best. And he joins a super elite group in my Spurs side, with Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane still topping the ratings charts with an overall of 92, but Vinsky joins Dele Alli on 90 overall. The thing is, Vinsky is still only 17 years of age and one of the world's best. But even though I've achieved the objective of making a youth academy player one of the world's best, I did decide to continue with this experiment. Looking at the current training schedule, we can see there that his vision and short pass attributes are both in the high 90s, so I decided to replace this training drill. And if we now look at Vinsky in the training screen, we can see that his small green graph indicating a high potential player has been removed. But once your player achieves such a high rating, just like Vinsky has with his 92 overall, it is quite difficult to find training drills that will help improve his attributes any more than they already are. But there is one more hard training drill we can use to help improve crossing, so we will add crossing scenarios to his current training schedule. And where possible, I do always prefer to use either silver or gold drills. You get far better results when simulating all. The bronze drills, which sadly increase strength and stamina, really don't do a lot when simulating. So now we move on right to the end of season number 3 in May. We can see his value now has gone up to a massive £90 million. Using the same training drills like we've just used before, he's now up to an overall of 92. And 92 overall was where we finished season number 3. So let's have a look at how Vinsky improved in the 3rd season. So he's still only 18 years of age. He's grew by +5 and now is a 92 overall. He's joined top of the squad overall rankings with Mbappe and Harry Kane. He played a total of 38 games with just 1 goal coming in the Premier League. Just a reminder, he has got 5-star skill moves, only 2-star weak foot. It's a shame that can't be trained. Hopefully it can be in FIFA 20. His jumping and aggression is still pretty poor, but his strength has improved by +9. He's also had a good increase in acceleration, agility and sprint speed, which means he feels a lot faster when you're playing with him in game. His heading accuracy is improved by +12. Sadly, his penalties do still need some improving, so that is an area where I'll look to strengthen in season number 4. His value has gone up to £98.5 million, and he's just had his wage increase up to £145k a week. So that concludes episode number 1. Please join me later in the week for episode number 2, which we'll see him progress through seasons number 4 and season number 5. I just want to say a massive thank you for watching today's video. Please tune in next time. FCG out.